Welcome to our daily devotional brought to you by Crossroads Presbyterian Church. We have been looking at the Advent Jenee tree, 25 stories and symbols that trace the heritage of Jesus from the beginning of creation. We've also been connecting with someone from church. So today we're talking to Karen Barnes. Hi, Karen.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Karen and her husband Bruce live in Mequon. They have 2 grown children and 3 grandsons. They've been at Crossroads for 25 years. Karen, tell us about a significant member of your family tree represented by a meaningful ornament.
Well, ironically, when I found out about this Jenee tree project, I immediately thought of an ornament, but it's not on our tree this year. But I have a picture of it, so I'll show you the picture. It's a picture of an ornament that was on a family tree when I was a little girl. It's just a very simple plastic manger scene. And every year my mom would put it on the tree, and I would make sure, my job was to make sure that it was nestled into the branches so it didn't flip around backwards. And it's just a very special ornament to me. It's made out of plastic. It used to have some glitter. I think the glitter's pretty much all fallen off, but it was just a very special ornament to me as a child. And every year mom would put it up on the tree just a little higher so it was at my eye level. Well, my mom died when I was 17, and it was an ornament that I just really wanted to have. So my dad gave it to me, and it's been on our tree every year since in my adulthood. But the reason we don't have it on our tree this year is because of COVID. We can't be with our family. And so we opted to give Julie, our daughter, who lives in Denver, her ornaments from her childhood. And I also included this ornament in the box. So now she has that ornament on her tree, and her son, here it is on their tree. Her son is obviously quite excited about that. So what I loved about this ornament as a child was that it told the story of Jesus and his birth and his humble beginnings. And what I hope going forward now that Julie has this ornament is that she will tell Ryan, her little 1-year-old, the story of Jesus, but also of his great-grandmother Clementine and where the ornament came from.
Exactly. What a great legacy to hand down. Thank you for sharing that. Well, today we have a story from Scripture that helps us learn about Jesus' family tree, and it's the story of his father Joseph, found in Matthew chapter 1. The ornament that represents this story is a picture of a hammer. The hammer reminds us that Jesus' earthly father was a carpenter by trade. Now, Joseph the carpenter is significant because he was a descendant of King David. And that's important because the prophets Isaiah and Jeremiah tell us that the root that comes from the stump of Jesse, which is Jesus, must be a descendant of King David. And it was because of Joseph's family tree that he and Mary had to go to Bethlehem for the census, and that allowed the prophecy from Micah to be fulfilled, that a great ruler would come from Bethlehem. So remembering the story of Joseph helps us remember who Jesus is and why he came to earth. So thanks for joining us today. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Tune in tomorrow to hear from Julie Westerhausen and learn about our next ornament on our Advent Jenee tree.